Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Pat and I am the owner of helpfulonlinemarketer.com, where the goal of my blog is to help you build a successful blog or online business without the confusion, overwhelm, or burnout. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to figure out what to sell on Etsy. And I'm going to show you how to do this using a free tool called Etsy Hunt. And in the name of full transparency, I am an affiliate for Etsy Hunt, but all opinions expressed are 100% my own. And what it means is if you choose to click on the link and sign up and make a purchase, I will receive a small commission at no extra cost to you. And I do have another video about finding the best Etsy tags, and I will put a link to that video in the description below. All right, now let's get started. Okay, when I first started on Etsy, I wish I knew Etsy Hunt existed. I don't know if they did back then, but I wish I would have known about this because it would have saved me so much time. When I first started on Etsy, I was selling printable wall art, but it just wasn't selling. And so it took me a while to figure out what to sell in my niche, which is printables. It took me a while. So Etsy Hunt is going to save you a lot of time and headache and frustration. And this is something you need to do right off the bat. If you are thinking about selling on Etsy, whatever you're thinking about selling, use Etsy Hunt first. Or if you already have an Etsy shop and you're kind of struggling with this and you're like struggling to figure out, what do I sell? What do I sell? What do people want to buy? Do this first. And honestly, I struggled with this more than I struggled with getting traffic to my Etsy shop. So I'm going to show you how to use this. Okay, they do have a free Chrome extension and they have a free Microsoft Edge extension. But you don't have to download the extension to use it. So you just click start for free. And you do have to make an account to use the tool. But like I said, it's free. Okay. So you're going to go up here and you're going to type in what it is you're thinking about selling. So, or you can even type in a shop URL to see what their best sellers are. So this is a good way to check out your competition too, to see what their best sellers are. And honestly, this tool is my absolute favorite tool for Etsy. It really is. Honestly, you can find way better information, like data, from this tool than you can from Etsy itself, which is really cool in my opinion. Okay, so I'm going to type in round wood signs because I know those sell on Etsy. And we're going to see what it says. Okay, it found around 1,500 results. And of course, you can narrow this down even further and click a specific category, price, sales. They have different labels. Raving is multiple people gave that particular item a 5-star review to that specific shop within the last 7 days. Etsy's pick, which of course, we've seen those on Etsy itself, and of course bestsellers. And like I said, you can pick for the search results, you can narrow it down to the, best-selling products within the last year, 180 days, 30 days. I'm going to pick 180, which is around 6 months, within the last 6 months. And like I said, you can narrow it down even further by reviews as well. And product type, handmade, vintage, digital, other. So I'm going to select handmade because round wood signs are handmade. So I'm going to select that. Okay. And you can even narrow it down according to country. I'm going to narrow it down to the United States only. Okay. And when I put in those specific filters, now it narrowed it down to 12. Okay. Now it is showing us the sales data for the last 180 days for round wood signs. Now, this is why I love Etsy Hunt, because it shows you what the 7-day sales data is for that particular item, which is cool because Etsy does not show you that. Etsy will show you best sellers, but there is nowhere on Etsy where you can see if something sold from one of your competitors within the last 7 days. There's no way for you to see that anywhere on Etsy. I can't think of any other like website like Pinterest, for example, or Google that shows you this data. Etsy Hunt is the only one I know of that shows you this, the 7-day sales data. So for this one, Hello Fall, Boho Fallwood sign, it has not sold within the last 7 days. And it has not sold at all. This was released in August of last year. This is really cool, by the way. I don't know if you can see this data on Etsy. This is really cool because you can see when it was uploaded, the year, the month, the date. That's really cool. Okay, so this tells me that this item has not sold. It got 4 favorites, 4 people favorited, but that's it. This one is the same thing. Has not sold at all. Has 13 favorites, but that's it. None of these wood signs have sold within the last 7 days and don't have a lot of total sales. I mean, they're favorited, but they have not sold. Yeah. So, which is not good at all. You want to sell an item that is going to sell on a weekly basis. So we're going to look within the last year. Okay. When we found the total year since last year, the data has changed. This one, nursery name sign, this has sold 66 times within the last 7 days. So on average, within the last 7 days, it sold 66 times. Total sales, 1330. So this tells me that nursery name signs are a popular item on Etsy, and they are something you should consider making and selling if you want to get into the round wood sign niche on Etsy. A lot of people have favorited. This is the data you want to look for. When you're using Etsy Hunt, this is what you want to see. You want a product that sells every single week, good total sales, good reviews, good amount of favorites. This is what you want to see, this right here. See, this one sold 9 times on an average 7-day sales period, 16. See, so these signs, they're not as popular as the nursery name sign. And as you go lower, it gets lower. Like this one, the 2-tone circle welcome sign with hello, and it's customizable. This sold once within the last 7 days. It sold 1 time on an average 7-day sales period. So this tells me these type of signs are not popular on Etsy for this price range. It could not be the sign. It could just very well be the price point. So that could be it too. But when you see a low number like this for a 7-day sales period, that tells me, okay, there's something about this item that is preventing people from buying it. So that tells me I'm not going to make it and try to sell it myself. So you see how useful Etsy Hunt is. This is what you need to do before you start selling products on Etsy, whether it's digital or physical items. And this is what you need to do first. Product research first. Do the data. So that way you're not making something and then try to sell it. And that's a mistake a lot of people make. I used to make that mistake myself. And they make something and then they try to sell it and it doesn't sell and then they quit and give up. But if you do this first, you're going to save yourself a lot of time and headache. And see, one. A lot of these have only sold 1 time for the last 7 days. 1. Okay, now let's look at a different niche. Okay, I'm going to take that off. Let's see, I'm going to type in, let's type in journals. Okay, we're going to look at physical journals, not printable. We're going to look at physical journals. Okay. Okay. Okay, now, within the last year, this A5 bullet journal notebook sold 10 times within a 7-day period. Total sales is not bad. It's not bad at all. So this is decent. This is a decent item to sell on Etsy. A lot of favorites. And what I like about Etsy Hunt is it links to the specific item. So you can click on the link and it'll take you directly to the Etsy listing. And you can even favorite the items that look good to you that you think you would want to sell yourself. Okay, let's see. And the numbers get lower as we go on. Let's see here. Yep, ever more inspired stickers for bullet journals only sold 4 times in a 7-day period. Decent amount of total sales, but this number is really low. Like, so it sells, but not a lot. So I would not sell an item like this on Etsy. Yeah, so you see how Etsy Hunt works, how really valuable it is. And you can save your own favorites and look on the Etsy details link, product details, and we can change this to whatever timeline we want. Let's look at the last 30 days. Okay. Faith-based spiritual art journal. This, I would not consider selling this. This was released just recently this year. $38. It is not sold. So this tells me that there's something about this item that's prevented people from buying. I think it's the price point. I don't know too many people that would buy a journal for $38. Okay. Okay, let's type in another popular item. Let's type in women's t-shirts. Okay, and we're going to look at within the last year. And this time we're going to narrow it down according to category. So that way you really get specific results for what you're looking for. Oh, and another feature I like too is that you can export these results into a spreadsheet. So I think that's really handy too if you want to do that. Okay, within the last year, this women chicken shirt sold 42 times on a 7-day sales average. That's really, really, really good. And I can see why, because the price point is really good. It's around $11.99. That's really good. And the other stats are really high too. So if I were selling women's t-shirts or thinking about selling on Etsy, I would favorite this and make my own version of it. These two have pretty good sales data for a 7-day average. 27, that's not bad. This one pretty good too. Disney shirts, $10.32. That's a really good price point for a shirt like this. And it sold 24 times, so not bad. And the rest of these, the sales average is not bad. Like $20 price point, $20.95, sold 11 times. So, you know, if you're thinking about selling a physical item on Etsy, I think women's t-shirts would be a good niche for you to get into because of the price point. It's a higher price point, so even if you don't get a lot of sales, you will still make money. So even though this was only sold 11 times on a 7-day average, you're still going to make pretty good money on a weekly basis because the price point isn't low. So you don't have to sell as much because the price point is low. And most of these shirts have sold. I have not seen too many in the search results that didn't get any sales. So this tells me that women's t-shirts are a good niche to get into on Etsy, because so far I haven't seen any of these search results say 0 under the 7-day sales average. And like I said, this is the one that matters the most, is how much does it sell on a weekly basis. But yeah, no matter what niche you're in, just type it in up here and you can figure out like what to sell based on that or industry. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this really helped you to figure out what to sell on Etsy, whether you're just getting started, you already have a store, or you're thinking about changing niches. And you can also connect with me further by following me on Instagram at Helpful Online Marketer. And that is it for today's video, and I will talk to you guys later.